What's up, guys? Hydro Frontier back at it again with another video. In today's video, I have for you my White Forest, White Woods, Eldlich deck profile for you guys on the channel. And of course, I know you guys have been wanting to see this, so definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. But let's go ahead and get right into this video. So again, I'm a huge fan of Eldlich, and you guys know I like different variants, and White Forest is a very potential and compatible build with Eldlich. So of course, we're gonna go ahead and break this down by engines, starting off with our Eldlich engine. And something you guys will be kind of like, wow, really? But yes, we are playing the Golden Lord at 2 now instead of 3. Like I said in the past, I prefer to maximize my copies when you're playing pure. Again, a lot of things happening in the format. Who knows what can really happen with it, right? Personally now, with the addition of White Forest, White Woods, we can go ahead and just knock this down to 2. But let me know down below what you guys would do. Next up, we are playing 3 copies of Cursed Outland, of course. 3 Sanguine. We're playing 3 copies of Conch. And of course, 2 Horcaro. So again, pretty standard. If you guys do know what Eldlich, does, especially with the spell and trap cards, this is the perfect ratio. You want to see 3 of these. Same thing with 3 of these. This will bring out your Golden Lord. And then you really do want to go with 3 Conch, because again, it's very important. Now, Horcaro is kind of like situational. 2 is great. Sometimes you can play it on 1, but I think that this is the perfect ratio, even if you are combining it with different engines. So that is it for the Eldlich engine. Moving on though, we're going into the White Forest engine for the deck. And of course, we want to go max copies on the Astelar, LZ, Sylvie, and the 1 Rusia with the 1 Tails and the 1 Woes. So as you guys know, this engine is a very, very compatible engine with Eldlich. And as you can see, you really want to go max copies on the tuners. They're great for the deck. Now the Sylvie as well, max copies on these, a great card too to help get you there. And the Rusia is less important, but again, it's something that you still do need a copy of, right? And you do want to just run the 1 Tails, because again, you're not always going to be able to control only that certain type. So it's still important to have, because you can add it with one of your cards. So it's great to just have a single copy in. The same thing with Woes, because you'll easily be able to set this. But that's all we have for our White Forest, White Woods engine. Moving on though, and for the final engine that we run in the deck, we're actually running a very small toy engine consisting of Toy Soldier, 1 Toy Tank, and 3 copies of Toy Box. So for those of you that don't know, these 2 can actually be set in the small trap card zone. And the gimmick behind this is that Toy Box itself, it can actually, if your opponent declares an attack against you, you can destroy a spell trap card in your back row to destroy the monster. Then, of course, what you can do is you can actually set these from your deck, base of field, and or graveyard to the back row, and the final effect will let you destroy them. And they get additional effects that way. Now, Toy Soldier is the better one in my opinion, because if this is normal summoned and you don't control a Toy Box, what you can do is go ahead and add it to your hand. But if you already have this on field, when this is normal or special summoned, you can go ahead and actually add a level 4 light monster. That could be your, of course, Rusia or your Silvery. So it has a lot of use that way. Plus, there are, of course, bodies that you can go ahead and just synchro up, synchro climb. So overall, it's not bad for a 5-card engine. And I would actually recommend you guys do play it. But moving on to the trap cards for the deck, because of course this is still a Eldlich deck, we are running 1 Skill Drain, 1 Rivalry, and 1 Goes and Match, of course. Now, you guys might be saying, what's with the floodgates, right? You're running White Forest with Eldlich, Toy Box, is a lot going on. I understand, but remember, they're only 1-ofs, and personally, I think it's still worth it, depending on the situation. Either way, you can stall it out or find ways to then pop your floodgates to continue your play during your turn, right? So at the least, they are stopping your opponent. So then you can gain back that advantage. Now moving on though, we are running the 1 Azaroon. So you guys already know what we have in the extra deck. We're playing 3 copies of Solemn Still, because again, great card. You definitely want this in the main. And then finally, of course, 3 Barrier. So pretty much, I mean, you guys have seen the other builds. If you have not, definitely go ahead and check them out. We made a pure Eldlich build, plus we made a more Floodgate-ish build. So definitely go ahead and check those videos out. But let's go ahead and get right into the extra deck. Starting off with, of course, the White Forest, White Woods Synchro Monsters. So we are playing 3 copies in the deck, and that is, of course, the Silvera. We're playing the 1 Rusia, and finally the Diabel, right? So I personally, now people play this on 1. I feel like you can run at 2 just because of how broken it is. It's a great like Book of Moon effect, right? But 1 is not bad. Rusia is great as well, and same thing for the Diabel. So again, I like the ratios. They're nice, and it's not like you can't fit another one in, but for what it does for you, I think that these are solid at 1-ups for now. But let me know again what you guys run it at. Moving on though, we're going into the Tri-Edge. So this card right here is really cool because again, when we summon it, it'll let us draw a card, because most of the time you're making this with a 2 and a 4. Plus, it'll help you synchro climb too. So that's great to note. You can always exchange this out if you'd like to, but personally, it's a great synchro choice to have in the deck. Moving on to the rest of the synchro monsters, we're playing, of course, the 1 Omega. Again, you can synchro climb into this easily, and it's great because you can also, not only rip a card out of your opponent's hand, but if your Eldlich gets banished, return to the graveyard. So Omega is great that way. And then finally, 2 copies of Chaos Angel, because again, why not? You can hard make this, of course, or of course just use your Eldlich trap cards, trap monster cards. Easy, easy. Now guys, moving on to the 3 XYZs we play in the extra deck. We have the 1 Varudris, great to see. The 1 Super Dreadnought. And then finally, of course, we have the rank up. So these are self-explanatory, and it's just that for Varudris, it's great. I think that with the addition of cards like Chaos Angel, we're running it at 2 now, you'll see this easily. It's a great Omni you get to have in the deck, personally. But let me know what you guys would play. I really do like this in the extra deck, though. And finally, guys, going on to the Link monsters, we are on 2 Link Spider, 1 SP Little Knight, Silhouette Rabbit, and we actually knocked down our SpongeBob meme to 1, but it is slightly hard to make, but you can still make it. Again, this will bring back your Eldlich, the Golden Lord, if it gets banished. You do have Omega, of course, but still very important to have. But guys, that's all we have for the extra deck. I'm going to go over the side deck with you guys. But remember that the side deck usually, again, it's, up to you. Personally, for me, it's the same as my other side decks. There are, maybe 1 or 2 cards I would change, but I'll go ahead and show you guys nonetheless. So for the monsters, starting off, we do have 3 copies of Inspector Border, 3 Lava Golem, 3 D-Shifter, 2 Dogwood, 3 Ultimate Slayer, and 1 There Can Only Be One. So I would actually change There Can Only Be One and the Ultimate Slayers mostly, only because we're not running a huge Dogmatic Punishment engine anymore. There's none, right? We took all of them out for the other engines. You can definitely run, more Floodgates, or you can actually put in more hand traps in the side deck too as well. That's something that I do want to do more testing with and see if I want to put more hand traps in the main, or again, a lot of space on the side, go ahead and just put them in there. So let me know what you guys think about that though. But personally, I am very confident with this build for the format, and I am curious to hear what you guys think about this build. And again, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. But guys, that's all I have for you for this Eldlich deck profile for December 2024. If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel, of course, if you guys are not subscribed already, and turn the notification bell on so you're updated the next time I upload new videos. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night or day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.